We often say no justice, no peace. We go before the courts and we beg and we appeal and we plead. We whine, we sigh, we cry to hear. I'll plea, I'll cry for justice, we say. I plead the court. And the scripture says the earth itself, creation waits in eager expectation, looking for the children of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the freedom and glory of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to the present time, the pains of childbirth. And Matthew, it talks about the end times, looking at the pains. There shall be earthquakes in many places, diverse earthquakes. The scripture talks about this. The earth is buckling like a woman about to give birth, or someone under treatment of cancer, struggling from the curse. It's suffering because of something someone else subjected it to, the curse. When your parents divorced, the whole family buckled. The sister went wild. You went wild. One went into drugs. One went into lesbianism. One went into this. One went into that. Multiple marriages because you come from a broken family. How many wives and husbands have you had? It buckles under everything. Something that one person did or one person said in your family has rippled throughout that family, your children, your children's spouses, your grandchildren, your great-grand. I mean, it just has had a profound exponential effect on everything. One man's decision, one woman's decision, and next thing you know, everything has fallen apart. Well, the earth is subject to the same thing since the curse. And everything that you see is not just scientifically explained by physicists and geologists and meteorologists. That's a nice way to leave God out of everything. Just extricate God out of every conversation. Explaining the scientific analysis from a human perspective is fine. But the causation and the power above that is ignored. Oh, it's just by chance. Oh, it's as if there is nothing. There's no intention. Oh, they're crying. You ever see a human crying on a sidewalk, on the side of a road or someplace in a cafe or something? Oh, they're just crying. It's just what humans do. They cry. Well, yes, it is just what humans do. There's a scientific reason you can explain why that person is sitting there with their head in their hands crying. But you're forgetting the causation. And what is the reason for the earthquakes and the heat? Not the first time, by the way. And the plagues, not the first time. There has been childbirth pain since the beginning of time, and there has been the pains of the earth since the beginning of time. And they do escalate, and more frequently, as we move closer and closer to the ultimate the end, the last. There's always a series of lasts before the last. There's a series of touchdowns in a football game before the last one. The ultimate. Think about it. The scripture is clear on it. And even in the Hebrew text, when you look at it, it's described perfectly about the birth pangs of the end times. In the writings of Jeremiah, it's explained there too. In the writings of Hosea, Romans chapter 8, all of it is explained and made clear to you what's happening. The earth, the land, physically withers. It sighs under the weight of injustice. Hosea 4:3 and Jeremiah 12. It's a kind of captivity, being held hostage, like a slave to the curse. God will deliver as he did in Exodus 2. I've heard your cry. We've cried, Lord. Have you heard our cry? You're begging the court to hear your cry, the judge to hear your cry, the jury to adjudicate your case, to exonerate you. Look around you. The earth itself is on the altar of God, crying, begging, pleading, sighing, groaning, moaning for deliverance from the curse of sin, the curse of man's actions. I cried many times. For many years, I was 6 when my mother left us because of my father's abuse. And I was very much a knee baby, very close to my mother because of the situation of my birth. She almost lost me because of the health, and she had to abort me, they said, or she would not live. So she had a deep connection with me because of that situation that could have taken her life and my life. So every time she looked at me, she realized I'm looking at a miracle. I'm looking at the baby that God told me would be, that I would not die if I had him, that he would live and I would live. I'm looking at the child. So that connection was very close between she and I. So when she left me, the woman who could have aborted me, but by God let me live at the risk of her own life, I felt that deeply, that break. So I cried, groaned, moaned for my mother to God for many, many years. Probably right up until I was 11, I believe. 10. Took me 4 years of crying my eyes to sleep almost every night because of a decision she made, the reciprocal effect of that, and the spirit of abandonment and the pleading that I went through for many years because of the sin of my father and then the decision of my mother, who gave me the first choice that I would live and took the risk to make sure I would live to her own life. But the second choice left me with abandonment. And that feeling, that disconnection, pleading, begging for deliverance, to be delivered, to be reunited. Ah, the earth wants that too. The earth wants that too. Don't be the person who's a reason for someone's suffering and struggle because of your decision to do and to be cursed and to live according to the curse, or the second choice, to abandon your responsibility and your accountability because of the weight of your suffering. Because there are many that will suffer as a result of that. Some will be lost forever. The good news to our beloved earth, our planet, the first thing that Papa made. Be of good cheer, just a little longer. To the rocks and to the trees, to the birds and to the bees, just a little longer. And your Father, your Creator, will deliver you from the curse of sinful man. Just a little longer, my earth, and you too will be fully redeemed. Wait.